Alright, let's hope this stream link works this time. Yeah, it is working. That's good news. Just putting it in chat now. Alright, that should get everyone in that wants to be in. Give it a couple minutes and we get going. But nonetheless, welcome to Tier 4 Round 3 for St. Croix. Reverse B. Which is not a layout you'll find very commonly used, I'll say that much. It's currently nearly a 10 to 12, which is fair enough. Hello to everyone just joining us now. Yeah, I'm aware that I am currently 3 weeks behind schedule. I have a job interview at 1, so I can't do 2 today, unfortunately. I also have to practice for Le Mans. Gotta figure out how to get off the Group 1 lines, because I've been stuck to those for the last week. Probably use that time instead to fill out the brackets for some Nation Cup stuff. And everything that's going on in the league as well. Hopefully going to start announcing teams tomorrow, but that does mean they have to have a talk with Perry beforehand. But yeah, got a couple of good things coming our way in the in the near future anyway. But yeah, so we're going about 4 minutes now. We are live. Nobody else is awake or functioning at this point. I guess it might be just an English thing to have a bank holiday on a Monday. But yeah, let's go through the grid now then. Just setting everything up. Probably should have done that beforehand, shouldn't I? So we've got Jin in pole position in a Corvette, Monty in second in a Porsche, Hans in third. I believe that's a Nissan GTR 18 that the car he's in, even in fourth. Boater in fifth, Steo in sixth. The Corvette's doing well in a lap around here by the looks of things. Auto only good enough for 7th, 30 and 8th. That's probably the best I've seen a McLaren do in this tier so far this season. Yuri in 9th in the Lancer, Amy in 10th in the Super 97. And you've got Jezza in 11th, Zelda in 12th, and Fracas in 13th. Everyone, I believe, is on the soft tyres for the sprint race. That is the case. Everything just going as per usual. But yeah. Alright, here we go. It's currently 5 to midday, and we're going to get running here in Tier 4. We got 4, 5 red lights. Headlights out, and away we go down towards turn 1, and Jin has got one hell of a start compared to Monty in that Porsche, who's just been swallowed up by both Ethan and Haynes behind him. As we go down to turn 1 here at Croix. It looked like Haynes is in second, comfortably in second now. Ethan's got ahead. Someone has, I think, got off the track just slightly in the background. Monty versus just Ethan heading up towards turn 2. It looked like Monty on the inside might be able to hang for just a little while longer, and he will on the inside there of Ethan. Get the position back and make it look very easy in doing so. Hold on for dear life. The front two already starting to build a rapport, getting up toward the front 30. With a decent start, and I think that's Monty in the grass. That is Monty in the grass, and Monty is going to lose at least 1, maybe even 2, maybe even 3. He had lost 3 positions there for going on the grass, and that'll bring Bauer up in the 4th and 30 up in the 5th. Steo dropped from 6th to 7th. Amy in 8th right now, overtaking Yuri. Fracas up from 14th to from 13th to 10th. Looks like Jedda's gone a little bit deep there as well. That might allow for Auto to get into this. Auto. Oh, Jedda down the inside. Dive bomb just a little bit in that Lancer as Monty's gone off again. Monty's gone off again and started in second all the way down to 12th in a singular lap. Yuri and Amy now directly in front, battling down the hill, down the straight into the end of the bridge. Yuri should get a better exit than that Supra, and it will do. Up the hill as well, as Steo not having a great time either. It looks like we'll just take a little look up towards the front of the grid. He's up in a 4th. He's actually decided that he wanted to start racing this season. Took him a while, but he had actually done something. Both up the inside. Nice little move there. Takes advantage of a deep corner there from 30 to take 4th back as soon as he got it. As soon as he lost it. He's got Jin with Hans there comfortably in the lead. Got a decent sized gap to Ethan in 3rd, who's also got a decent sized gap to Boat in 4th. These two fighting it out. Then Steo, Amy finally getting past Yuri at the bottom of the hill as well, as we now head towards the end of lap 2. On to lap 2, sorry. End of lap 1. Steo just ahead of Amy, ahead of Yuri, then Jedda just behind that. Fracas still ahead of Auto as well. Definitely the best I've seen the McLarens do so far this season. But we're going on in this race now. Currently in 10th, Fracas is still looking in for a chance, but Amy now has a better run on Yuri. Is she going to be able to make that pass? She has a better car in a straight line, that's for certain. And it looks like that pass has been made very early. Let's see if it can hold it. She can hold it all the way down the straight. Yuri in the Lancer has definitely not got the straight line speed on the Super 97, that's for certain. It will have the cornering on that Super 97 though, and that is painfully apparent. As Auto is now, as Amy holds on against Yuri, and Auto overtaking 30 in the background. Not 30, Fracas, sorry, wrong McLaren. Right, Auto's going to have a go at Jeddah here as well, down the straight into the end of the bridge. This could be interesting. Can he make this move to the inside? No, he cannot. He's misjudged the corner entirely. And well, he's going to have more of an attempt from Fracas now than he is going after Jeddah, that's for certain. we're just going to head very quickly toward the front. Steele's got past Turty now. Turty must have had a bit of an issue in this last lap, or in the last portions of this last lap, because he's lost out to the guy in front, was on the back of Ethan, now being chased down by Amy and overtaken by Steo. The guy to the front very much in control at this point in time. Steo's got 2 seconds worth of penalties, cut too much on the inside of the final corner then, by the looks of things. Boater got up into third against Ethan as well. Steo now on the inside, having to defend from Turty. It doesn't look too great in terms of defending, but also Turty's got to look in the mirror towards Amy as well at this point. Steo's going to lose at least 2, maybe 3 positions here when they eventually go into the penalty zone at the end of the lap. He's got to serve that 2 seconds, should bring him all the way back behind Yuri. Jed will be too far back to make an impact. Pretty sure the penalty zone is on the final straight, not the corner before the final straight, which is the absolute killer here at St. Croix. You've got Yuri having a far better exit on the corner than Amy did. Let's see if anything's going to happen here. Turty covers off the inside. Amy had to take some sort of avoiding action there, and Yuri is going to pick up the pieces very kindly as he goes up the inside. And, well, Amy had to make the move to avoid Turty, who covered off the door, shut the door very, very nicely. And that's going to cost Amy the place on Yuri for now. Got all the action happening in the mid-pack of this in this race. Also for the lead of the race, I think Jin's been overtaken by Hans. Yeah, let's see how long ago that happened. Got the benefit of an instant replay. It looked like an age and a half ago. Maybe at the beginning of the last lap, so we'll just skip it back to where we were. Hans currently comfortably in the lead over Jin right now. They've got comfortable gaps to Boater and Ethan, the next pair, third and fourth. Steo's still got his penalty. Yuri's still ahead of Amy for now as well, with I think that's Jezza in ninth in the background. Turty looking for a way on through. Should be able to get a way on through against Steo here. That looked like a little bit deep there for Yuri. Yuri still somehow hanging on to this that position as Steo has now served his penalty. Steo's lost out, yep, as I thought. Actually, he may have lost out one more than what I thought. He's gone deep into the corner, but he should have the exit speed, and he does have the exit speed to hold on for dear life against Jeddah, as Amy and Yuri are now going side by side down towards turn 1 here. Turty now has a 2-second time penalty, so it's just mistake after mistake here as Boater and Ethan are going at it through turn 2. What's going to happen here? They came together just a little bit, and Boater's going to use that contact to somehow hang on to third position for now. And Hans is just extending from Jin. Jin has absolutely no hope of catching Hans now without a Hans mistake. Should be about 7 laps of a race, this sprint. Absolutely incredible stuff at the moment. Here comes Ethan on Boater again. These two have been going at it the entire lap. Maybe they're going to go for a little bit more in this lap. And it's Ethan on the inside. Got a far better cornering than Boater did. And Boater just goes straight into the barrier. And just could not control the car. And loses out to Ethan in the end. And there you go. That's another run there. Ethan gets past. Turty's still hanging on for dear life. His penalty will screw him eventually. Steo is somehow all the way back there now. Having to, after his penalty, he's got a bunch of people there with him. Boy, he managed to hold on to against Jezza, but clearly not. He's losing rapidly as well. Fracas up into 8th. He'll take that in this race at this point in time. His season's not been great, but maybe they're starting to turn a little bit of a corner here as Monty now goes to the inside of Jezza, who just shuts that door as soon as that door opens. It's extremely fair play to Jezza here. Steel losing out just quite rapidly. Turty now serving his penalties. Yuri and Amy go off into the distance. We'll see Turkey hold on against Fracas for now, and Yuri not able to make the move on Amy, as Amy now moved up into 5th. So it's hands from Jin very comfortably, and you got Ethan from Bota after that happened on the last lap. Amy just about holding on for dear life against Yuri in the corners here. And in 5th and 6th, Turkey still comfortably in 7th after his 2-second time penalty. You know, Fracas in 8th, the 2 McLarens actually doing something for once. And Yuri on the outside, that's pretty good doing. Pretty nice work there from Yuri. Amy obviously doesn't have the cornering in this in the Super 97 to match that Lancer. That Lancer far better in the corners, as someone is off in the background there, and it's Otto, who's doing a bit of lawn mowing here, cutting the grass to say Croix. And for once, Otto will not be getting a reverse grid pole. As it stands, it looks like Jez has got that one down to a T as Stio tries to go to the inside to try and take 10th there, and nothing happening in the Corvette. Monty in 9th, Fracas in 8th, 30 in 7th, starting to get away just a little bit, making sure that they're not under threat from the cars behind. Amy still not getting close enough to Yuri to make any dent in this whatsoever, as the front 4 are way into the distance now. Oh, Yuri! Yuri's gone deep! Yuri's gone deep! Into the wall! Into the wall goes Yuri. He collected Amy as well, and I think Amy has front bumper damage. Wow. And that'll allow for the 2 McLarens to just storm up into 5th and 6th. Monty moving up into 8th as well, having a good shot now with that damage to Supra. And into the inside goes Monty, looking for that position, trying to get that position. Now we have to deal with Porsche versus the Supra in a straight line, even with the damage. The damage now cleared up, and that will allow for the Super 97 to just blow by the Porsche in a straight line. Yuri into the wall. As Monty and Amy are going again. Monty on the outside now, looking to make it stick. And that is beautiful to carry the speed on the outside and move up into 7th place. Coming through into the 2nd sector of the lap now. That was incredible movement from Monty on the outside of Amy. Had to take the position by force in the end. And somehow, something's happened here, because Otto is back into a reverse grid pole. And how the hell did this happen? He was 12th comfortably a minute ago, and now it looks like Yuri's position. Yuri coughed it up earlier, and Jezza must have had a mistake or two in there as well. And Zelda is in the wall! It looked like he was starting to drift. Maybe he could have caught that car, but they had a massive oversteer back to snap that car straight into the wall. Not going to enjoy that one. We go up the grid now. Amy versus Monty. Amy again. We're using that straight line speed to overtake the Porsche, much like she was doing the entire race to overtake the Lancer. Currently on lap 6. And about 13 minutes left on the clock, so it will have 7, possibly 8 at the front. Actually, no, we won't have 8 at the front. They're not going quick enough. 4, 8 at the front. It's going to be 7 laps here of racing in the sprint race here. Monty looking to the inside of the Super 97 again. But once again, just too far back to make it count before we hit a straight line. And now Amy will be able to build just a big enough of a gap to hold on for dear life in the 7th place. You got Theo in 9th in the background going all a little bit fuzzy, with Otto in 10th and Yuri now in 11th, overtaking him at the beginning of the the end of the lap there. Monty not able to hold against Amy right now. Amy's going to close the door on the inside, which is the best thing she could have done there. Had to hold off the cornering for Monty before we start hitting the straight lines. Still has to try and hold it off. Now to the inside line goes the Super 97 and does just about enough to hold off until a little bit of a slide. But the straight line speed of the car is going to do just about enough to hold on even further. You know, Turkey and Fracas fighting it out for 5th place right now. Boat cleared off the edge of Ethan, who's managed to hold himself in third, Jin in second, as Hans is, well, quite frankly, in the distance. No question about that. There's no catching Hans in this one. We've got maybe a sector left, and without a mistake, this one's going in the books as a rather comfortable drive, a dominant win. As he goes around with about 2 or 3 corners left. Someone's also parked up on the side of the road. Yeah, Zelda is parked up on the side of the road here. We're just currently watching with the leader with 15 seconds left on the clock. There's no way we're getting an extra lap. Going to miss it by about 6 or 7 seconds. We got a yellow flag. That's just for Zelda, who's currently parked up on the track. As Hans is now coming round, Zelda's starting to move. And round to the final corner, and Hans is gonna win this sprint race very convincingly. No real challenge in the end after he hit the lead. There was no stopping him there. He wins his first ever ALR race. Jin gets into second. It's his second actual race, but his first ever actual win here in the league. Ethan gets third. Boa gets fourth. It looks like Fracas is going to take fifth. Nicely done for Fracas, who's not been good the entire season. Amy's got 6th in the end, 37th. Monty in 8th. And he's got Otto in 9th, Steo in 10th. And that'll be a reverse grid pole there for Steo then at the start of the feature race here. No, we're going to start it again because we actually have to deal with the country this time. Because I'm that far behind. Alright, let's load this up then. What a drive that is from Hans. Absolutely cruise control there in the beginning of the sprint. It just shouldn't take too long now. I love my phone auto-correcting stuff that shouldn't need to be auto-corrected. That's incredible. Alright, so I should probably have clicked off that a lot quicker. I didn't have a look. Why is I've just realized that Monty has a Simpsons livery on his car. I want to have a glorious look at this livery. Oh, God. So, let's see what we're dealing with here. Alright, so just gonna go through the grid here in 1 minute. Alright, so Softs on Steo's car. He starts on reverse grid pole. Mediums for Auto, who looks to be doing a one-stop. You know, Monty in third on the softs. Softs for 30, mediums for Amy on the Supra as well. So one-stop seemingly interesting the supercars here, which is already, you can tell you, the worst decision they can make. Fracas on the medium tires as well. It's a lot of medium tires at the start of this race, and you did not need to use them, especially on those McLarens. 30 on the softs could be very interesting. You should do the two-stop and make it work. You know, Ethan on the medium tires as well. Jen on the softs in the Corvette. Softs for Hans. Mediums for Yuri. Jeddah on mediums and softs for Zelda. All right, let's go. 40 minutes here in St. Croix, and we're off. Steele's going to lead the way down towards turn 1. Let's see if anything can happen in this in the tier here down towards turn 1 of the feature race. It looks like everyone's going to go in there relatively unscathed, and yeah, it's not really going to have any sort of movement whatsoever at turn 1 in a rolling start. Might have something here between Jin and Hans though, as we go down towards turn 2. Hans on the inside, and Hans has got to run. Hans is going to take that position off Jin very early on. No question asked about it. That is incredible. That's a good run there from Hans down into turn 1. You know, Bota trying to go after Amy. Amy not really quick enough at the moment on the first sector to get after the two McLarens. They're doing a good job up to this point. It looks like Hans is going after just Ethan as well. Hans is going after everyone today. Another good run, another pass there for Hans in the Nissan GT-R 18. I'm pretty sure that's his teammate he's about to pass. As Jin goes up the inside now as well, and Jin picks 2 of them off. Fracas gets it wrong. He loses multiple positions, and Jin just picks them off one by one, and multiple is the same in the corner there. I can't speak English. Multiple in the same corner is what I was attempting to say, and Jin, well, that's pretty well done there by Jin, by Hand as well. Ethan does well to hold on. Well, Fracas not so well, as he drops to 9th from 5th. Amy also losing a position to Hans here. Fracas has got off the track again. In the background, going up some more grass. He's lost out to just Ethan now. Down the inside goes Jin. Is he going to be able to hang this on the inside of Amy? The outside of the following corner is not available there for Jin. Amy holds on with for a little while longer. Hands on the inside there, just in front against Bota, by the looks of things there for 5th. We'll see if anything can happen down towards turn 1. Auto down in the 4th already. After starting in 2nd, we've got 30 looking at him down into turn 1 and getting it on the inside there. Up in the 3rd goes 30. Monty's currently in 2nd. Steo has a little bit of a gap at the lead of the race. These third and 4th have been fighting a ton. It's opened the door here for the rest of the grid, for the front of the grid to just start to drive off. Here comes Auto and 30 side by side again. Hand is absolutely flying directly behind here as well, trying to follow through the hole that Auto has created. Boat has gone on the grass a little bit, so has Jin. They've managed to hold the car together there as they both go to the outside. The beginning of the 2nd sector here. You know, Auto with 30 there, and Hans trying to follow the way through. It's not really going to happen here. 30 looks to the outside of Auto, trying to hang it around the outside, doesn't get it because he's gone too far, and maybe Hand on the inside might be about to do this because he's got past 30 without much of an issue because 30 had gone wide. And now a little bit of a tap there from Hand on Auto, and that should probably hold the position here for Auto as they go over the bridge. Auto's sticking in 3rd for now. Monty and Steo have a bit of a gap. Hans looks to the inside there and gets a little bit scruffy on the exit of the corner, well, on the entrance in the bridge corner there. Now we go up the hill once more into the final sector of the lap. And we'll figure out, realistically, what is going to unfold here at the front of the grid. Stio and Monty have a huge gap if they can take advantage of it. At the beginning of this race, Turtie's now looking against Hans. Hans has to now defend from the McLaren. More than he has to go after go after Otto, and it looks a bit deep. It's a bit deep from all of them there by the looks of things. Damage for Hans. Otto survived. Turtie also didn't get any damage there either. Maybe just avoiding the wall just a slight bit, but he's going to get past Hans as Hans has damage. Hans definitely didn't avoid the wall. Turtie's on the grass just a little bit here. And Hans is going to go straight back by because Turtie could not control himself in turn one. Got a bit too overzealous, and when you get a bit too overzealous, you'll screw yourself over. And that's exactly what Turtie's just done there in turn one. Boaters looked to have got involved in the fight a moment ago, but dropped off again off the guy in front as Hans is now going right back after Otto. And that, when he's got no damage, it's not a contest. Well, it might be a contest in a straight line though, because that GTR is not as quick as the Supra 97. Let's see if Otto can hang on for now. He does hang on for now. Hans is going to have to try and maneuver its way through. Turtie goes deep in this corner again, and Hans will get to maneuver his way through on Otto because Otto went deep as well. Now Otto's going deep a little bit here into the bridge corner, and Hans is just going to do a beautiful switch back underneath, taking advantage of Otto trying to defend the position, and Otto not able to hold on for the way he's been doing the entire rest of the race so far. And now Hans is unleashed to try and catch up with the rest of the grid. The front two in control right now. If they can hold themselves to it, they should be in a very, very good position to do something with this race. They're both on soft tyres right now, so Hans also on soft tyres has a bit of work to do to catch up. Otto there in fourth. You've got Turtie in fifth, Boat in sixth, Jin in seventh in this little pack as well. You know, Amy a little bit further back with Yuri once again, as those two apparently don't like fighting anybody else on this track. Hans goes a bit, Hans gets it right this time, but Otto goes a bit deep, cutting up a little bit of the grass on the outside. We now head down the straight, see what else is happening. It looks like Monty is closing the gap in Stio, and they're finally in vision for the rest of the grid as well. Hans is opening a gap now in third. Otto's got cornering issues to deal with as he tries to hold off Turtie in the first sector. Boat has also got a flying Corvette behind him as well. See if Jin can make any sort of movements towards the front at some point in this race. Oh, that did not look good there for Amy. Amy having a bit of an issue. And that will allow for Yuri to just blast on by, because Amy could not control the car in the beginning of the second sector here. But then again, the straight line speed will just hand that position straight back, all the way back, as Yuri now goes the long way round, and that means you're going into a wall. As he got damaged, he's avoided damage somehow. But that will mean that Amy has a good shot at taking 8 back properly now, and that will definitely be the case on the exit of the entrance into the bridge here. Very good driving from Amy there to immediately recover from the mistake, get that position back, and Yuri not able to move forward at this point in time. Zelda goes a little bit deep. That might allow for Ethan to take a chance at the beginning of try and make an overtake on that Ferrari, and that is exactly what will happen here. Ethan got this one on the inside. We won't even need to reach the next corner before they got by properly, as the Ferrari again trying to just stick himself inside here, and actually does it pretty well. Ethan should be able to make this move stick though, And they're still side by side into the final corner, the inside line. As long as he doesn't cut the corner here, should be a good enough line for him to hold it. I say should have, but the exit there from Zelda was perfect. As he goes to the outside and manages to hold on for dear life against Ethan here. That is well done there by Zelda. Hold on to 10th place. And then he spins it. That is impressive. That is a commentator's curse if I've ever seen one. Didn't even get to the end of my sentence before he crashed. Fracas and Ethan are now a little bit in the distance, and Jeddah is nowhere to be seen against Zelda. Those two are at the back of the grid now. Amy and Yuri, they're still fighting it out as we're continuing to see that Amy had enough speed to hold on for now. And Jin and Boater, and I think there's someone else involved here as well. Auto is also involved in this fight. I'm not entirely sure how he got back here. Oh, that did not look too good. We're going to get a second view of that. Not entirely sure what happened here. Looks like they're going side by side. Boater's in front. Boater's closing off the door. He's fine. Oh, Jin gets it wrong. Jin gets it very wrong. Yep, and Auto's going to take that position. Went to the outside, got the grass, and almost swiped Auto out of existence. So lucky that nothing really came out of that, because I would have reported that if I was Auto. That was not particularly good driving there by Jin. Amy's still hanging on here against Yuri. Same for Ethan against Fracas in the background. See what happens, what we've got at the beginning, as Monty is now in the lead of this race against Theo, as we're now just about going at the front here. Oh, something's happened badly here. Turtie's gone a little bit wide. That might introduce Boater into all of this, as we have actually got Hans, and Turtie was as well for a minute in the battle for the lead of the race. Hans has a lot of pace on him, and well, having a lot of pace of him here is going to be bad news to Theo and Monty. On lap 5, it absolutely should be a two-stop race. Theo having a bit of a moment there as well. The Corvette not enjoying the core grass on the outside of these corners. Also has significantly worse tyres than that GTR as well. At the start of the, well, at the midpoint of this race. Pretty sure it's going about 19, I think this. Maybe, yeah, I think it's going 19 laps. Depending on how quick you are at the front here. We'll see how this unfolds. Hans is still catching up to Theo and Monty. And that is a Corvette right in front of the GTR. Goes to the inside! And makes it look easy. Theo gets a little bit uncomfortable out of one of the exits of the S's in the first sector. And Hans is going to pick you off if you do that. And yeah, you give Hans a chance here, and Hans is going to make you look very, very bad. And he's got a lot of pace at St. Croix. Hands up in the second. Monty currently in the lead of the race. Theo's got Turtie behind now. Turtie has Auto here to deal with, but somehow Boater has disappeared into the next. Oh, Boater's got off the track! Boater's gone facing the wrong way there. Up the hill. That will do it. Fracas has also got past Ethan in the entirety of this last little bit, and Yuri has got past Amy as well. Amy now to the inside, looking again, doesn't get it. Theo and Hans are going at it. Something has happened here. We're going to go back 10 seconds. A lot just unfolded at the end of the bridge here. Hans just didn't get enough of a break on it. Hans got into the wall. Monty went into the wall. And Turtie's just got off the track entirely. Oh no, Hans is off the track again. So Monty hit the wall. Hans hit the wall. Turtie hit the wall and came up and faced the wrong way. Absolute incredible scenes here. Hans has got past Theo again, managed to regain control of his car, but Auto now having a second chance to absolutely go after this one. now we're looking here. Look, maybe a possible pit stop. In comes Theo on lap 6. I'll have to do a 7th lap at some point. Jin comes in as well. The rest of these guys are on to their 7th lap, especially on the soft tyres. Monty has a convincing lead again. You've got Hans and Otto 2nd and 3rd. Otto 1 stop, Hans 2 stop. By the looks of things in this race, which could be very interesting come the end of this. Ethan is now up in the 6th as well. Yuri in 5th against Amy. That battle moving up a couple of positions. Ethan is starting to close in on this battle now though. Fracas had a bit of a moment earlier on by the looks of things as well. Obviously his own worst enemy in the end of the bridge section in the last lap. So he lost a lot of time as well. He's currently in last on medium tyres now. Zelda's Theo there, Jin as well. Then you got Boater in 9th who hasn't pit yet off of his medium tyres. With Jeddah just in front of him, also on medium tyres, Fracas and Ethan trying to catch up to Yuri and Amy. I can't imagine there's going to be pit stops for either of those, but they're on the medium tyres right now. Hans currently out of tyre as Otto has gone past on the mediums against the soft there of Hans, and Otto now had a good chance here. We've seen him 2 for 2, well, I believe he's actually 2 for 2 there in feature races. He's won at Bathurst, he won at first race of the season in Austria as well, so he's trying to make it 3 for 3 here, Otto. I don't know if the one stop can do it. Wait and see if it can. Going into the final couple of corners here, so I assume there's a pit stop coming up for Monty if he's on softs. Yes, there is, and there'll be a pit stop coming up. Not coming up for Hans here. Why? But why? You've got dead tyres. Just commit to a 2-stop. It's unbelievably the quicker strategy here. Like, it's not a competition either. Why is he not committed to a 2-stop? That is incredible. Not the smartest decision at all here from Hans. Amy ahead of Yuri, still in 3rd, and just baffling me about some people's strategy decisions in this race. Yuri going off the track just a little bit, and that might bring Ethan into this. Into the battle for 3rd right now. Ethan, well, into the battle for 4th, but Amy's got a little bit of a gap now. After Yuri's mistake, here comes Ethan, trying to take advantage of it. Should be heading to the inside if he can get close enough in this corner. Yuri's gone deep. Ethan's got the inside line. Yuri's managed to keep it out the wall this time. And that will mean he'll hold the position over Ethan for a little while longer. We'll see if Yuri can get back to where Amy is, sorry. As Otto currently leads this race, so it's definitely not Otto, the car in front. Fracas in behind there, trying to get things to work. Bumping instead of losing time. Yeah, Ethan is definitely a well-composed driver, that's for certain. Knows what he has to do. Definitely got a bit of pace about him as well. Amy needs to start building up that gap as soon as she can, and it looks like that's what she's doing with Hans in front. And Hans is having an absolute nightmare here in this race so far, driving on dead tyres. Well, having a nightmare is very subjective. Having a nightmare in the last 2 laps, given the strategy. Hans is now into the pits, which is just bewildering. You've gone in that late, especially off of a soft tyre. Should have just committed to a 2-stop and prayed. But Yuri still ahead of Amy, still ahead of Ethan right now. Amy in front of these two by a decent margin as we head down into turn 1 with Otto in the distance at this point in time. Medium tyres to the front 4 as it stands. And you've got Fracas on the medium tyre as well, trying to go long. And then you've got basically everyone and anyone out on the track here. Boater and Jezza are fighting it. Then you've got Monty and Steo. I think that's Monty and Steo who are fighting it here as well. Then you've got Boa here on the outside and gets past Jezza. And Monty's going to take advantage. Gets past one. Will he get past two? On the fresher softs. Will make that work very nicely. It's actually Jin, not Steo. The other Corvette, which is rather interesting. I'm not entirely sure where Steo's gone, but I think I might know now. Steo off the track, Zelda off the track. Handed out in 12th and lost quite a considerable amount of time to the rest of the grid at the front as well. Monty absolutely flying right now. He's got the outside look against Bota and already passed him by the time we hit the corner. Oh, Bota squishing Jin into the wall there. Albeit Jin had already made the mistake. Jin had already gone into the wall, just gets crushed as well by Bota on the outside. As Jin gets back past Jezza as well. It doesn't look like he's lost too much time as a result of all of this. Back at the front, Yuri overtaken by Ethan. Not entirely sure when that happened. But he has in fact managed to get by in this last lap. Fracas is trying to get himself involved as well, but still way too far back. Amy's got a significant gap at the front of the pack. Well, at the front of these three anyway, with Otto an even bigger gap in the lead. Yuri now into the pits in this race, lap 9. So he's going to anticipate a 9-9 strategy here, which is an interesting choice. We'll see if how the indication goes for some of these drivers, whether or not they're going to 1-stop, 2-stop. We've seen that some of them are going early. Definitely 2 stops for both Jin and Monty in this one for certain. Front 4 probably sticking to a 1-stop, so we'll get a real good look at what's going to happen here. In theory, Monty should have this one. 2-stop is definitely quicker than the 1-stop. He's just using the time now to launch his way towards the front. Bear in mind, everyone still has to make their pit stop. In this race, it'll be a lot less of a pit stop though for well, I think it'll be a lot less of a pit stop for the guys that are doing a 2-stop than it will be the 1-stop, because they'll pit a significant amount later than the rest of the 1-stop. So Monty's trying his best now to get after Fracas. The gap is shrinking every lap. Fracas is having a bit of an issue on his rear right. See how long he chooses to stay out here. Ethan against Amy, and Amy had lost all sorts of the gap she had against Ethan, sorry. And let's see if this will affect how Ethan drives a little bit here. Amy's gone a little bit deep. Amy's having a little bit of an issue. Still got better tyres than Ethan though. Lotto just disappears off into the distance there in the background. Going through the final corner. These guys were going through the second last. Otto now into the pits. In comes Amy. In comes Ethan. Right, so the 1-stops are now pitting. Monty now resumes the lead of the race. In comes Fracas as well. Monty now resumes the lead of the race. Jin in second. Steo in third. The Corvette's doing well at this point in time. We are now just seeing how all the strategies are starting to play out. Hand is out in front of Otto as well. Hand still has to... Actually, Hand has gone on to medium tyres, so Hand is running a 1-stop. So technically ahead of Otto on the track, albeit Otto now on soft, so this should be relatively easy work for that Supra. As I say, that Hand goes purple in the first sector here. see how things are going to unfold here between the one stop and the two stops. So the top three are all two stops at the moment. The pit stop is about 17 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Not sure if they have 17 seconds, but it's not far away, and they'll be on pressure tyres to catch back up that pace later on. So we'll see how things unfold in a lap or two here. I think it's going to be 6, 6, 7 for a couple of the guys at the back here, so at the front, sorry, for the two stop. Ethan comfortably ahead of Amy and Yuri now after their pit stops. Absolute destruction there as he's managed to make a very easy job of those two. The Auto, the next car in front of Ethan here. Looked by Amy and Yuri having a bit of an issue there through at the end of the bridge. They're losing time rapidly here to the cars in front. Looks like Frack has just had a bit of a moment there as well, going way too far on the outside. And this might bring his teammate into this. Bower in 11th, Zelda in 12th, Jezza in 13th as it stands. Yuri not able to get back towards Amy at the moment. It doesn't look like an awful lot is going to change at this point in the race. You just got to wait now for how the two stops unfold. We're currently just sat in a couple of battles that aren't really going anywhere. One McLaren battle and then this battle here between Amy and Yuri, which has been a battle the entire day. Got about, well, it's about 4 tenths of a, she's about 4 tenths of a second up on her best lap so far. Amy's best lap though is an 11.2, so the pace needs to be found realistically to compete with the rest of the grid. You see Jin's fastest lap currently is an 8. Rackus 10.9, 10.4 for 30. 10.3 for Ethan. He's about to go, he's on the soft side now, so we're about to see something much more representative from these guys in this one. Alright, we're going on. Hans is still ahead of Auto, still comfortable at the moment, but Auto should be eating into this more than he currently is on those soft tyres against Hans' mediums, but, you know, Hans just doing a good job of holding Auto at an arm's length right now. He's currently the leader of the one stops. Can't be too many more laps now before the choice of coming in. Jin is one of those that does come in. I can't imagine that Stio on no tyres is going to follow him, and they will. So Stio's got significantly more fuel than Jin as well. Monty stays out one more, which is fair given the fact that he has tyres for days at the moment. Hans will go out into the lead of this race now, into the net lead of this race. Auto net P2 ahead of Stio and Amy and Yuri also out ahead of the Corvettes. The Corvettes didn't look like they had the pace here for this then. Comes out in 7th right now. Gonna have better tyres than the rest of the grid. Just a case of how much can you, Jin's come out in 8th, sorry. It's just a case of how much can you gain in a 6 or 7 lap period of time. The way Tier 4 has been driving, it looked like the two-stop is not the better, but everywhere else, the two-stop was definitely the quicker strategy. I guess it's all about the pace you can find in a lap. It looks like Ethan is still trying to go after Auto now as well. Ethan's closed the gap on Auto as Auto has closed the gap on Hans. We saw Monty comfortably ahead. We'll see where Monty comes out. Has to put less fuel in as well, so he'll have less time in the pit stop. Should see him out ahead of Yuri and Amy, I think. Which means he'll just have the three at the front to contend with. Jin back ahead of Fracas. Didn't really take an awful long time there. Actually, never mind. Fracas overtakes him once again. Fracas gaining that position back immediately. Jin has to make some moves. He's stuck in traffic right now. The more you stay stuck in traffic, the less chance he's got of moving toward the front, which he needs to do on the softs here in this stint. Fracas is on another set of medium tyres, which is a bewildering choice. There's Theo in the back here as well. So, let's see where Monty comes out. Monty should be doing pretty well with the fuel. He's going to come out. Is he going to come out ahead of Amy and Yuri? Where I thought he would be, he's going to come out right into the path of Yuri. If he can get up to speed quickly, if he can hold on to the position against Yuri here, this could be interesting. If not, then he's got a long way to go. He doesn't hold on to the position against Yuri at all. Yuri just having a little bit more speed from being out of the pit stop. Monty's got fresher tyres though, and this should be a really easy dissection of that Lancer. Unless he, never mind, Monty's just going to push him through the corner instead. Comfortably ahead of Jin right now. Monty's got to run. He should, on the soft tyres, be able to take this Lancer really easily. He's not going to be able to even get that Lancer. That Lancer's going to cover the inside, and Monty is just in a bit of trouble until Yuri goes deep! And that'll be a free position there for Monty. And Monty is going to be absolutely relieved at that, because Yuri was going to hold him up for quite some time to come, but Monty will just take that and run. Now he gets to go after Amy. The real question is, there is enough time in this race now for them to get after the front two. Otto and Hans still there. Ethan also involving himself, but it's actually the front three. Ethan, Otto and Hans all fighting for the lead of this race. Otto on the outside, Hans on the inside. Hans still had the lead for the moment in time. Otto trying to do a little bit of a switch back in. Ethan there, well on the inside, trying to keep himself involved. Trying to see if he can poke a hole as well, and it's not really been, not really worked out for him there. He's just currently seeing himself in third. Otto just avoided contact there with Hans as they now head down the straight. Ethan's going to try and take advantage of the slipstream as they head down towards turn one. He's not quite boxed in. Otto's now taking the lead with the straight line speed in that Supra. A little bit of attempted switchback. No, it's not going to happen here for Hans as Otto now takes the lead of the race here on lap 15 of, 18 or 19. And we have a three-way fight for the lead, and the longer they fight, the better this is for Monty and Amy. And Jin as well. Otto, obviously, cornering is not the strong suit in that Super 97. He's going to give Hans a chance. He's going to give Ethan a chance as well. The straight line speed definitely is. So let's see if Otto can hold on to make it 3 from 3. He's currently in first. He's got the best run. Ethan's got a chance here against Hans. Definitely had a better run out of the corner. Roughly the same. I'm pretty sure they're teammates actually. I'm pretty sure they're both in this on 18s. And Ethan is going to have down the inside. And Ethan is going to have that pretty nicely. Up into second place goes Ethan in this race. Just Otto separating him in a win. Otto looking to continue the perfect run. Amy's still holding off Monty, which is bad news for Monty, as he's got a couple of laps. About 4 or 5 laps now to actually make a move towards the front of the grid. Otto's getting a little bit of a gap now on Ethan, with Hans behind, trying to look desperately for a move. Continuing to move towards the end of this race. Ethan still has advantage over his teammate. It looks like Auto has advantage over the rest of the race. So look at the tyres. So tyres are definitely better on the two soft runners than it is for Hans right now. Which is not good news for Hans whatsoever, given the fact that he's also on a medium tyre. The guy at the front of him should be in a position to drop him sooner rather than later. Monty still not close enough to Amy to really make anything work. But we'll see how this continues to play out. Jin has got past Yuri. It wasn't that long ago they did it, but Steer's now going after Fracas. Fracas hangs on for 8 for the moment in time. On his medium tyres, they're not going to fall off anytime soon. Steer's got soft tyres on his car right now. Steer should in theory get Fracas at some point, given the fact that he's on the better tyre. Oh, never mind, Steer! And that is also a commentator's curse. So Steer, I said, should make easy work of Fracas and then spins it immediately as Bota should be able to get by now as well. I think he may have had a bit of an issue on the same corner, and that'll allow for Steer to hold on for now. Monty is right up, almost onto the back of Amy as it stands. So on lap 16, we're going to go probably 18 or 19. Monty just not quite having the pace to make a run here. Hand is left in the distance now. Ethan versus Auto is definitely a battle for the win. Who's going to take this one home in the round 3 here in Tier 4? Auto looking to make it continue a perfect record here in feature races. And Ethan looking to play spoiler to that. Can he make it his first win here in Tier 4 this season? Ethan on the outside of Auto here. Auto goes a little bit deep. Try and compensate Ethan's move, and that will give Ethan the prime opportunity, which he has taken on the switchback, to take the lead of the race here into lap 17. Monty now going after Amy. Right on the back of Amy. If he can get past Amy here, then he might be able to make the late dash for the lead of the race. Goes for a little bit of a switchback. Should be able to take that place. Will take that place rather easily. No real fight back here from Amy whatsoever, because she's got a corner, a non-cornering car as they head into a corner. Monty definitely has a cornering car in that Porsche, so Monty on the better tyres as well makes very quick work of that. Oh, Monty having a bit of a moment there on the exit of the first corner in sector 2, getting a bit of grass. Don't want to be doing that too often. Wow, there's just 3 left here for Monty. The real question is, did he left it too little too late? Definitely going to be catching them at the rate of knots here, but I don't know if there's enough time left in this. Auto, Hans and Ethan, the more he needs them to fight. You can see them now, they go toward the end of the bridge. We'll wait and see if anything's going to unfold here. Auto just losing a little bit of time now on Ethan at the end of the bridge. Hans going very deep. Amy, and Monty's. Oh, Monty had a chance. Monty was catching. And then Monty turned it to Monty. And did this. Too much on the inside. And then just deep right into the wall. And that'll collect Amy and somehow ghosted for Jin. Oh, and that is not a good place for Monty to have screwed up. Had a top 4 at the very least. Realistically, with a lap or 2 to go, he could have gone after the front. Would have had a very good run at the front at the very least. But nope, that has disappeared into the void now. And Jin is too far back, so the 2 stopped well and truly out of it. Oh, Monty, that's my barrier. Oh, that is a bad time to screw up, your Monty. There's never usually a good time to screw up, but when you're absolutely in a position to catch, you're just been let free to take all the times. Oh, Terry's already done it. Terry's already done it in this race. So he's had his moment. We're now on lap 18. We're probably going to get one more after this. Hans' tires don't want one more after this. Otto and yeah, Ethan in complete control now. There is no battle. This is Ethan's race to lose. Ethan in complete cruise control of this race from here on out. Otto needs a miracle to try and keep his perfect record from here. That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler I didn't need. Yeah, it's coming up here. Ethan is absolutely in complete domination of this race now. The only way he can lose is for him to screw it up himself. He almost did there. That was almost way too deep. Just about avoiding the grass. If you hit the grass there, you know, you're not really going to be enjoying life, I'll say that much. Ethan currently on the fastest lap of the entire race here with 1 to go. Ethan should get onto lap 19. It might just be a victory lap at this point. Ethan definitely going to get onto lap 19, and no question about that. As he now goes to the line and does make it, well, he actually ends up slower in sector 3 than his prior lap. And it looked like him and Otto are the only ones over the line. Hans didn't make it, so Hans is going to end at the bottom step of the podium. Amy's going to get 4th, Jin's going to get 5th, the Corvette just didn't have the pace. Yuri's going to get 6th, Fracas just about goes over the line. Is 7th to get McLaren's best finish of the season. Steo in 8th, Monty in 9th, screwed up his race, could have had a top 3. And Boter in 10th, Jether in 11th. 30 will round off in 12th. There is a 13th person, but I'm not entirely, I think it was Zelda, but he quit the lobby. 30 is going to end last here. And Ethan and Otto are going essentially on, well, a top 2 victory lap, because there is absolutely no hope in hell of these two changing in their end position. Otto is way too far back, and by the looks of it, by the fact that we've already been told in YouTube chat, there's no real way this works, because Otto ends up running out of fuel in this race as well. So Ethan with a very, very, very comfortable lap here on the final lap. I don't think he's to know that he's Otto would have run out of fuel, but nonetheless. A comfortable race in the end for Ethan. The rest of the race doesn't tell that story. Hans had definitely got probably the quickest pace of the one stops, but he screwed it up by going for a one stop. In the end, the one stops reigned supreme. 2 stops tried it, they didn't have the pace, and Ethan gonna make this work very, very comfortably. 30 now over the line. I think 30 caught the yellow flag, and Ethan goes over the line to win the feature race here at Croix. It's the first person to win a feature race this season not named Otto, and he'll take it for certain. It's definitely on the board for him now, the potential title charge for the rest of the season. Otto ending in 2nd. He'll keep a good feature race record up so far. He'll take that as much as humanly possible. And that is us 3 races through the season here at St. Croix. I've got to still do Fuji and Laguna will have Le Mans to do as well. I'll have to take that later on tonight. Nonetheless, let's see if we can scroll up and find the week 3 standings. If my Discord wants to load up sometime in the next half decade. Let's do these standings before we get going. Yeah, so this is week 3. So tier 4. So we have Ethan on 95, absolutely cruising at the moment, 16 points ahead of Jin Otto. His sprint race letting him down right now. He's only on 77, so he's 18 points back, 76 for Yuri, and then the rest of the grid are well and truly out of it. At this point of the season, next one 49 points off the lead of the championship. And then in the constructors, you got the GTR on 131, the Supra on 118, the Corvette on 112. And Jen's probably hoping for some help at some point here from his teammate. But until next time, that's everything I've got for you for Tier 4 today. In a bit.